hazing and bullying between grown adults. This picture of a Peabody employee wrapped in duct tape spurs an investigation. Why it may lead all the way to the top.
A crime many couldn't believe. Now the man police say stole the wedding ring off one of the TriMet victims has been arrested.
As soon as I saw it, I recognized him.
We'll meet the girl who helped track him down.
And how an Oregon duck became the voice of the Oregon State Beavers.
No twinges of regret whatsoever.
KGW News at 6 starts now.
First, exactly a week after a deadly knife attack on a TriMet train, we are following an assault on a MAX operator.
This happened just after 2 this afternoon near 102nd and East Burnside. Mike Benner is there, and Mike, we're getting a look at who police arrested.
Yeah, we sure are, Tracy. His name is Stephen Caldwell. He is 23 years old. Let's get right to a photo of this guy. It is just into our newsroom. Listen to this. This happens to be Caldwell's second trip to jail in less than a week. On Saturday, he was busted for disorderly conduct. As far as this most recent case goes, authorities say Caldwell was riding the Blue Line Max around 2:15 this afternoon when he started yelling about First Amendment rights. The operator used the PA system to tell the man to quiet down or he'd be removed from the train. Well, the train pulled up to 102nd and Burnside. The man was still yelling, so the operator approached him and asked him to leave. We're told that's when Caldwell started punching and kicking the operator. Other riders had to jump in and separate the two. Caldwell was arrested by responding officers a short time later. Here's what else investigators are saying tonight.
So at this time, TriMet is aware that persons in the community have concerns about safety in our community, and they have pledged for the foreseeable future to increase the presence of transit police, of TriMet security, and fare inspectors.
Yeah, the MAX operator should be okay, which is good news. We're told medics checked him out on scene, but he never had to go to the hospital. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
We are working to piece together more on what happened. We'll keep you updated on KGW.com and have complete coverage tonight on KGW News.
After last week's deadly attack on Max, it is a sensitive time for many people in Portland. So sensitive, Mayor Wheeler tried to stop a pair of right-wing events from happening.
One canceled, but another one planned for Sunday will go on as planned. And now that a counter protest is also planned, Portland police are warning people it might not be a good time to go downtown, especially near City Hall. We have live team coverage tonight. Maggie Vespa is looking at how the city paid respects to the TriMet murder victims. We'll start, though, with Pat Doris and those planned protests. He's live downtown. Pat?
Well, Joe and Tracy, this could be a very interesting place Sunday afternoon. The leaders on both sides say their people just want to get together to express their First Amendment rights, let people know how they feel on a variety of subjects. But police are concerned, and they're sending out warnings to everyone. Videos like this broadcast on YouTube show pro-Trump and anti-Trump supporters clashing in California. This is what police say they will work to prevent when the two sides meet Sunday afternoon in downtown Portland.
We recognize the tension between these groups. We recognize the threatening speech going back and forth. And certainly the entire community is still kind of trying to process what happened last week. That creates an environment where there's a lot of emotion.
He's referring to the killing of two Good Samaritans and the near death of a third on the MAX train last week.
Take your mask off!
The accused killer, Jeremy Christian, turned up at a rally in East Portland in late April. The rally was sponsored by the same group holding the pro-Trump rally across from Portland City Hall on Sunday. The rally leader says Christian was not part of their group and was told to leave his gathering. Last night, Joey Gibson, the organizer of Patriot Prayer, urged his fans to attend the Sunday rally.
We got to be there, but it can't just be a bunch of men who are ready to battle. I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about families. Like I said, the moms, the grandmas. I mean, this revolution we're trying to create right here, it's a cultural thing. So that means we got to get all types of people down there.
Gibson hopes to have 400 protesters. 4 counter-protests are planned. One expects to have 1,200 people. They'll be right across the street from each other and near Portland City Hall. Police say they will be ready.
We don't want to see people get hurt. And when you have people, advertising they're going to bring weapons and they're expecting to fight, we want to interdict that and stop that before it happens.
So back live now, we're seeing a lot of these signs down here on Southwest 4th Street. And organizers of one of the counter-protesters told me that they've been told by police that 4th will be shut down. So you can see they're not allowing any parking in this area on Sunday. They don't want any cars trapped in here if things get really sideways. Back to you.
Well, it sounds like they're planning ahead. Thank you, Pat. As the sun rose this morning, flags across Oregon lowered to half-staff. In remembrance of the 2 men killed a week ago today, they will stay that way until sunset on Monday. With flags lowered, another effort to honor those 3 heroes brought Portland's public transit system to a standstill. KGW's Maggie Vespa is live at the Hollywood Transit Center, and Maggie, thousands paused to pay respects today.
Yeah, Tracy, an estimated thousands, and it makes sense when you think about everybody that was here surrounding these memorials at the Hollywood Transit Center, plus everyone that was on those trains and buses. In short, all TriMet and C-Tran public transit came to a halt at noon today, and everyone took 1 minute to say thank you to the 3 heroes in that stabbing, just like they've been trying to do here all week.
It shows the bravery and the humanity that they had.
As the moment approached, crowds gathered at the Hollywood Transit Center. That said, the plan was spreading across Portland.
Everything will stop. Everyone will remember this. And if they don't know about it, if tourists don't know about it, they're going to find out.
Find out about 3 men who stood up against hate. Talishin Nomkai Mache and Rick Best sacrificed their lives. Micah Fletcher endured lifelong scars. This woman stumbled onto the gruesome scene.
I have nightmares. I hate riding the MAX.
A tragic moment that sparked heroism. So today at noon, the city decided to send a message.
That we remember, that we're thankful, and it's tragic.
From downtown Portland to Vancouver, TriMet and C-Tran public transit stopped. Trains stalled at their stations. Buses pulled over. This MAX operator appeared to pray. At the Hollywood Transit Center, social media lit up. Among those here,
well, this is my neighborhood, and I've been by a number of times.
Congressman Earl Blumenauer.
And the courage, not just of these heroes, but their family, being committed that something positive would come from this tragedy. It's very inspirational.
Inspiration that brought a city to a standstill today.
Life is hard enough without so much hate.
Love one another.
Spread the love.
Yeah, that's a really good point there at the end. Now tonight, the Portland Timbers, in case you're wondering, will pick up the torch in honoring these 3 leading up to their 8 p.m. matchup against San Jose. The Timbers Army will hold their own moment of silence. Guys, back to you.
Maggie, thank you.
A well-known advocate for civil rights came through Portland today, and he addressed the TriMet attack.
Reverend Jesse Jackson was in town for a conference for the National Organization for Black County Officials, but he took time during a talk at the Augustana Lutheran Church to pay tribute to the victims of Friday's attack. He also said the community needs to continue supporting the 2 girls harassed on Max. Reverend Jackson said Portland needs to heal with a large, multicultural demonstration.
The vicious killing here last week reminded us of how much glass there is in the womb, how much work there is to be done, how much sickness there is in our midst. In the face of it all, we must turn to each other, and not only each other, as we move from having survived apart to learning to live together. We must move from racial battleground to economic common ground and to moral higher ground.
Jackson said we can't fight fire with fire. We need to fight fire with water, cowardice with courage, hate and indifference with love.
There's also a development in a crime many people couldn't believe. After last Friday, the man police say stole a wedding ring and backpack full of valuables from Rick Best was arrested this morning after someone recognized him from surveillance video.
My jaw dropped and my stomach knotted up, and you feel for the family. It's almost like you've seen so much of the coverage that you're just so involved with it that you just want to cry. You just like, how dare you, you know?
51-year-old George Chogany has a long criminal history, including felonies. Portland police say they found the stolen wedding ring on Chogany's finger when they took him in. We have been following the latest on this story since it happened, and you'll find all of that coverage on the TriMet attack at our website, kgw.com.
Tomorrow marks 1 year that the gorge faced an environmental catastrophe when an oil train capsized and derailed and then exploded near Mosier. Some oil spilled into the Columbia River, and the huge flames caused 2 days of evacuations. Ultimately, investigators found out broken bolts caused that derailment. Union Pacific faced blame for failing to properly inspect tracks. Political leaders and advocacy groups are planning to gather in Mosier tomorrow to mark that anniversary.
A former PBOT worker says hazing, bullying, and discrimination are not only common, they're accepted.
Now, one of those former employees says he was fired for reporting abuse like this. As a result, Portland City Commissioner Dan Saltzman is reopening an investigation.
KGW's Chris Willis joins us now. Chris, this investigation of a Portland City Bureau reads more like a college fraternity.
Yeah, it does, Joe, and unfortunately that comparison is unfair to fraternities. This is what a PBOT division leader found after an investigation of one of his crew leaders. Workplace harassment, intimidation, discrimination, dishonesty, retaliation on the basis of sexual orientation, and physical violence. That physical violence included shooting employees with an air gun. Find that hard to believe? Look at this. That's first published by our friends at Willamette Week. That's a photo of an employee duct taped during a hazing incident while at work. That's a city employee. That debauchery allegedly happened at PBOT's Bureau of Maintenance in North Portland. After all of these allegations were investigated and confirmed, the Street System Division Manager at PBOT decided to fire that crew leader involved in the hazing and bullying, Jerry Munson. But Munson was not fired. And now Commissioner Dan Saltzman wants to know why and who up the PBOT chain of command decided to keep Munson on the payroll. It's been reported that Munson's brother is an acting director at the Maintenance Bureau. Saltzman says his investigation will go all the way up the ladder to PBOT Director Leah Treat, who is ultimately responsible for the Bureau.
I mean, I'm going to look at the chain of command issues too. I mean, why was the discipline? It seems the discipline seems a little disproportionate, disproportionate in terms of lenient compared to the offenses that occurred, the bullying and hazing.
Bullying and hazing. Commissioner Saltzman says he was outraged when he read the details and then saw that photo of the duct tape employee. His reinvestigation of the Bureau is expected to take up to 2 months. It'll be conducted by the city's Human Resources Department. As the Bureau's commissioner, Dan Saltzman has the discretion to fire anybody who works at PBOT. Back to you.
Thank you, Chris. If you're heading to or from Beaverton or Hillsborough tonight, plan ahead. Highway 26 from I-405 all the way to Sylvan is completely closed in both directions beginning at 11 tonight until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. ODOT recommends you take I-5 and 217 to get around that closure.
Up next, brand new information in the death of Chris Cornell.
We now know what killed the Soundgarden frontman, what the autopsy ruled out after the break.
Well, another beautiful day in terms of the temperature being incredibly comfortable. These were the highs today. 74 in Portland, 76 in Salem, 74 up in Kelso. The weekend is actually going to be a little bit cooler, and I'll have that forecast for you coming up.